Yeah. Yizzo, you already know what time it is, man. It's your boy, Grown Man Business TV. Feel what I'm saying? You can tap in, you can tap out, but you know my slogan. You know what I suggest, and I suggest you tap in. So let's get right into it. Now, you already know how we do over here at Grown Man Business TV, right? Time and energy are the highest forms of currency, my G. Time and energy, the highest forms of currency. I know they got y'all here chasing the bag, chasing the money, chasing that moolah, getting to that guap, getting to that paper, but keeping in front of your mental Rolodex at all times. That time and energy is the highest forms of currency, my G. Now, it is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But you see that thumbnail. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sure you see the title as well. We want to give a big salute to Camron for standing on grown man business. Standing on grown man business. Now, if you don't know, I'm going to break it down for you. You feel what I'm saying? Camron and Mace on the Is What It Is podcast, the Is What It Is sports platform that they have. You know, they talk about sports, but they recently been going off a topic, having conversations about, you know, sexual, you know, exploits and incidents that they had go on back in the day. Just talking, you know, grown man business, grown man talk. And you already know we not holding no bar over here. So if you seen the shorts, I already got at Camron and Mace about the whole situation about running trains on shorties. Like we already know how I feel about that. And if you don't know, check the short out. It's about 13,000 views, and we going up organically, constant elevation, right? But at the same time, they told a story recently about how they used to go to the whorehouse, and they used to get, you know, prostitutes out and do their thing, right? And disgusting work. I ain't gonna lie. Some of these stories are disgusting work when it comes to Cam and Mace, but that's beside the point. Now, Joe Budden on the Joe Budden podcast, him and Melissa Ford, you know, Queen's Flip, etc. They were having a conversation about it, and Melissa Ford came out of her mouth and made the assumption that the house that they went to had underage girls in it. Underage girls in it. Now, everybody first and foremost said, hey, Melissa Ford, you're out of pocket. Melissa Ford, you know, why would you say that? Dead wrong. You know, you're making assumptions. You have no validity to the situation. Why would you say that? You feel what I'm saying? And you know, Melissa Ford double backed and she apologized. She apologized. Now fast forward to current day, right? Mace did not, Camron, my bad. Camron did not accept her apology. You know what I mean? He actually went at her neck. He said, F your apology. Don't worry. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we be a little busy right now, but we gonna get to you. And a lot of people are, you know, it's a lot of backlash coming at Camron because he didn't accept her apology. But I'm here to tell you one thing for sure, two things for certain. That's grown man business. And you know, it is what it is and it'll be what it's going to be. You know what I'm saying? But I believe that this is the beginning stages of what needs to happen. You know, for some reason, when women come out and they say that somebody did something to them, or when women come out and they make these allegations, it's automatically believed. You know what I'm saying? It's no consequences or repercussions to their actions when they make these false allegations. And just as easy as these people are coming out and accusing Puff Daddy and accusing this football player and accusing this basketball player, just as easy as people are doing that, is just as easy as when you make a false allegation, it should be consequences and repercussions behind that situation. You understand? You know, as a man, we don't have to accept your apology. See, a lot of people, you know, again, man, there is no equality in this situation. You know, men, when they say something, they got to stand on it. When women say something, we are supposed to just accept the apology and move on. Absolutely not. And I thought it was disgusting work because if you in tune with the channel, you already know Grown Man Business TV. You know, I dibble and dabbled in the industry. I know people in the industry. You know, in my heyday, I was moving around. I was on certain tours. I was tapped in with certain people. You understand me? And I ain't gonna lie to you. I got a crazy story about Melissa Ford. I got an absolutely crazy story about Melissa Ford. And you got to understand something. That's why when I heard her say that, I was shocked. Why would you say that, Melissa Ford? You know, anybody in the industry know that Melissa Ford used to be a prostitute. She used to, exchange sex favors for money. Anybody in the industry already knows that. So when she said what she said to Camron, I was instantly shocked. Why would you, out of everybody, come out your mouth and make those type of allegations? You understand what I'm saying? And then turn around and apologize like that means something. So I got to give a big salute to Camron for standing on business. You know, it would have been easy to accept her apology and move on. Nah, how about we expose you now? How about we put you on the chopping block like every other mogul and every other puppet and every other higher up and elite does to these celebrities? You're a celebrity, Melissa Ford. We all know that. You know that. Everybody knows Melissa Ford. So how about we start bringing your dark secrets into the light? Yeah, how about we start exposing the certain things you used to do, the things that you did to get into the industry. Yeah, we going to talk about this. We going to talk about this. And, this live is a little random. I just felt the need to go ahead and approach this situation. But I'm going to double back and we really going to break down some of this situation. Melissa Ford, why would you talk like that when you did what you had to do to be in this industry? And one thing for sure, two things for certain, I think it's only right that, her deep, dark secrets start being brought to the light, just like Puff Daddy. Just like P. Diddy and Harvey and all of these other dudes, these puppets, Melissa Ford was a puppet. She was a video vixen that was put in front of these young girls and put in front of everybody in the urban community to look at and to admire. You understand? We all saw her in the Knock Yourself Out video. Is what it is, it'll be what it's going to be. But Melissa Ford, that was disgusting work. And I can't wait to see how petty Camron gets with you. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, it gotta go both ways. It gotta go both ways for men and women, and it gotta go both ways for black celebrities as far as white celebrities. That's a whole nother angle. That's a whole nother topic. Because yeah, they exposing Diddy. You understand what I'm saying? But Weinstein, Epstein, the Island. All of these white celebrities that did what they needed to do to get to the industry. All of these white celebrities that drink blood, that participate in the pizza movement. Why we don't hear about them? Why is it so easy to expose black celebrities, black higher-ups in the elites? Now, mind you, when it come to the industry, when it come to the game, when it come to what come with this thing, they all in the same pot, if you ask me. But when you dig deep, when you go deeper than, what everybody can see, when you move the smoke and mirrors out the way, you got to ask yourself, why haven't they dug Elvis up and threw his body in jail for what he was doing back in the day? Why don't they expose the white celebrities the same way they try to expose the black celebrities? But Melissa Ford, we going to stay on you for right now. Disgusting work, shorty. Disgusting work. And you got to understand something. The way Melissa Ford made that accusation should let you know that she been in those whorehouses. She know what went down in them whorehouses. That's why she kept that clip in the podcast. Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. But we going to talk about that. We got to talk about that. I personally know, bruh, I'm going to tell you something. And this is what separates Grown Man Business TV from a lot of these other content creators. It's because I was in tune with the industry. I was walked to the door. I just chose not to go in it. I just chose not to go in it. And one of the angles that I do remember being presented to me was Melissa Ford. Back in the day, we all heard her name. We all knew who Melissa Ford was. And, she introduced a lot of young men and a lot of young women to the industry. She was a tool for a long time. Now she sits with Joe Budden and she got her little dresses on and she like to cross her legs and she like to act very ladylike. But for a long time in the early 2000s, Melissa Ford was a tool. She was a tool. So when she spoke about them whorehouses, that came from experience. Melissa Ford was a prostitute for years in the industry. For years. bottle girl service. She was in the bathrooms getting it popping. Listen, I have an amazing story. I'm not sure if I'm gonna tell it, but I probably will. I'm gonna just eliminate certain names. But I seen video of Melissa Ford. Yeah. You know them trains Camron and them was talking about? I seen video personally with my own eyes of trains being ran. So listen, man, just as easy as it is to prosecute and eliminate, you know, a male celebrity, it should be the same way with these females. Yeah. The same way you can expose a Puff Daddy to the world is the same way we should be exposing Melissa Ford. And I'm gonna sit back. I want to see what Cam do, but I'm gonna do my due diligence. Because a celebrity is a celebrity. The higher ups and the elites are the higher ups and the elites. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's gonna be. You don't get a shortcut. You don't get a pass for a pretty face, shorty. Yeah. You don't get a pass because you're a pretty face. Nah. We gonna throw you under the bus just like we gonna throw them under the bus. All of y'all get thrown under the bus. And listen, it's about to come out. In due time, I don't know. We're gonna see if Joe Budden and Queen Flip ride with Melissa Ford. But they know what she was. That's why she on the podcast. I told y'all. It's a selective few of these dudes, these content creators that get the top podcasts. Joe Buttons, yeah, he might as well done put a dress on. He done already made his bisexual claim in the industry. Melissa Ford, yeah, she was a prostitute for a long time, my G. For a long time. Melissa Ford know what it mean to get paid $2,000, $3,000 to get knocked down in the back room. She know what it mean to do what you got to do to be the top model, the top video vixen. She did what she had to do. Huh? Is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we gonna stand on business, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. I'm not staying long. Quick 10, 15 minutes. But the game is wicked. And yeah, F your apology. Any female ever making you ever play with me like that is F your apology. There is no apology. It's up. I'm a damage and ruin your career. I'm going to expose every piece that I know about it if you ever play with me like that. That whole essay, you know, the assault and all that. And yeah. I wouldn't dare. I wouldn't dare settle out of court. I'm going to take it to the furthest extent of the law, my G. We going up. Yeah, that's the only way. So when you see somebody like Melissa Ford making those type of accusations, man, it just shows how comfortable women have become slandering men. How comfortable women have become, you know, making accusations of sexual assault. You know, this guy did that and that guy did this, but what did you do? And see, one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'm going to leave y'all with this. That's what's next. Men been falling at the knife for women for a long time, but what's next is exposing these city girls, exposing these sex workers. Melissa Ford was a sex worker. I know it's hard for y'all to take in. I know y'all don't want to. She was a sex worker. She was a prostitute. She was a street walker. Now she's on the Joe Budden podcast. I know a lot. I'm going to tell you something, man. I know a lot about the industry. That's why I talk about it the way I talk about it. You understand me? I understand. I know. And especially when you see these women, because with all these top podcasts, it's always one female sitting somewhere in the cut. Mav Hoffa. Salute the Mav Hoffa. I know it's the female I know them. I was around. I was privy to certain information. So don't ever play You know, they could never play with me like that. But I want to give a big salute to Cam for standing on business. We not accepting no apologies. When you play with those sexual assault accusations and minors, when you start talking about minors and young girls, and you start trying to put that in here and start planting seeds, we not accepting no apologies. And we not selling it out of court. It is what it is, and it'll be what it's going to be. Gang.